What is your idea beyond taking this kind of initiative forward?
I think the conclave which Maharaj Saheb has organized is a wonderful beginning, and it's a unique initiative. Guruji's knowledge about international relations, as we discovered yesterday, is so deep, and we were all mesmerized by what he had to say about the new world order. And his background that he gave to us, a long background stretching over 2 millennia, about how the new world order has evolved and what challenges we face today as we are at an inflection point in the world order. I think that set the stage for these discussions, and it brought up so many new ideas for strategic discourse. And it came home to us that spirituality, in which India is so rich, has to play a major role in the evolving world order. So I think this was a wonderful initiative and a unique initiative.
Sir, there is, one thing. Is India lagging behind in terms of that world order? Economy, of course, we have seen that India has only now started punching above its weight. So, in terms of spirituality, when we see that, religious head like Pope who sits on the UN, who sits as an observer on the UN General Council. So, in those terms, is India lagging behind?
India is very rich in thought and culture, as you know, and we have a lot to contribute. And in the past, for several thousand years, India has contributed to world thought and culture. So it's a bit strange that we were somewhat reluctant over the last 75 years or so to articulate our ideas at the world stage. But one reason could have been that we did not have that kind of a clout. But now I think with our economy doing well, with our military strength, and with our very substantial youth power, and that tremendous dynamism and energy that we see in India, and also the fact that around us there is the whole old order is crumbling. So I think new opportunities are arising, and now this is the right time for India to play its role by way of contributing to the new narrative for the new world.
Sir, our National Security Advisor, Mr. Ajit Doval, has always said that we should be punching above our weight in every sphere. So, in those terms, do you think the political system of the country has really ignored the rich spiritual heritage that the country has, and how do we punch above our weight in those terms on the global stage?
Yes, I think we have, as I said, neglected to project our soft power, and particularly the power of ideas, which comes from our long heritage and a rich heritage and culture. And how we project it, I think Prime Minister Modi has shown the way. He has spoken about some of the key ideas of Indian culture at international fora, including at the UN General Assembly, G20, Shanghai Cooperation Organization, and many, many other fora. He has talked about a reformed globalization, humane globalization, in which he has brought ideas like Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, Sarve Bhavantu Sukhina, and also the rich culture that in India, like for instance Tamil culture he talks about. He has talked about our saints and our seers and their ideas. He has linked this with the environment. So I think that is the way to go. Now what we have to do is at the other levels people have to take a cue, and we have to do a lot of pointed research, and we should not talk in air. Whatever we say should be well researched, and whatever we say should be to a strategic purpose. Once I think our researchers, think tanks, universities and general public realize this, then I think we'll be able to project soft culture and power of ideas at the international stage.
I want to ask you one more direct question. If someone like Pope, who's a sovereign head of a religious sovereign head, and he is sitting as an observer on the UN General Council, don't you think India also has an equal right to do so? And what is the way we can achieve that?
Yes, I think that is really the UN diplomacy. And we made some beginning. For instance, the recognition of the yoga at the UN, that is something which started just a few years ago. So we made some progress there. And also the recognition of Mahatma Gandhi's birthday as a day of non-violence. This is another big idea which has come on the stage. UNESCO, there's a lot of Indian sites, heritage sites, UNESCO has given that recognition. But we have to be active ourselves. Ayurveda, for instance, the growing. So once we tell the world that there is a lot that we can contribute, and then I think there are different UN organizations. We can use UNESCO, for instance, or UNDP, where we can put forward our ideas. So it has to be a concerted move, not just one, headline move, etc. We have to make sure that our scholars, our experts, our gurujis, our dharmacharyas, etc., they also get some international exposure and they take part in the global discourse. Now we have a presidency of G20 for the next 1 year. So that's a wonderful stage for India to talk about its own culture, heritage, and also link it up with today's problems. And once we begin to offer solutions, then people will take you seriously. So it's not just simply that you make a speech at some international fora, but it has to be backed by a lot of effort. Some initiative can be taken when all the dharmacharyas can come together, for instance, and they can give ideas as to how to deal with the problems of today's world.
Sir, one more thing we would like to know from you is the idea to bring this flow of different ideas from different religions like Jainism, Hinduism, Buddhism. In India they are very scattered at this moment. So how do you propose to bring it as a force together and which will actually put us on a global stage?
As I said, it can be done at various levels. The government can take initiatives. The track 2 level, the think tanks, they can take initiative, bring these people. That's why we are here for this interaction. And the universities, I think they can also play a big role. The students, the youth communities, and even media. I think media has a wonderful role they can play. Rather than doing what they do in the evenings, fighting with each other, on the... But we can do some more constructive discussions. So I think this has to become a movement and at various levels.
Absolutely. So thank you, sir.
Thank you.